Have you been doing pelvic floor exercises for a little while and things aren't changing in the way that you would have hoped? There are a few things to consider, and I'm going to outline them really briefly. If any of this rings true, please seek help from a pelvic women's health physiotherapist to get some more personalised care. Technique is really important to ensure that you're activating the right part of the pelvic floor. Did you know up to 40% of women do their pelvic floor muscle squeezes incorrectly, and actually by changing where they're doing them, they get better improvement in their symptoms. Number two, they're too easy. So your exercises that you're doing, you're not holding it for long enough. There are quite generic advice around 10 times, 10-second holds, but actually some women need to do these for longer because the demands they're placing on their pelvic floor are greater. Number three, you're not working the muscles in the right position. Lying down doing your pelvic floor exercises and even sitting can just be too easy and isn't loading the muscles enough. Think about going to the gym and increasing the load and the weight that you're putting through your quads or your arms or even your core in different positions. It has to be the same for the pelvic floor. So we very quickly get women standing up to do these exercises, and also then thinking of other positions that might challenge your pelvic floor so it can respond better. Number four, you've not been doing them for long enough. So we need to do these exercises for at least 3 months, more like 4. And this is doing these exercises twice, ideally at least twice, moving up to 3 times a day to fatigue. So you're building how long you can do the exercises for. Number 5, the muscles need to be coordinated. The timing of when the muscles engage needs to be at the right time. There's no point in lifting or coughing or sneezing and then squeezing your pelvic floor afterwards. It has to be preemptive, so the muscles engage before, and that's something that is part of the pelvic floor training and the rehabilitation that a women's health physio will look at you with. Number 6, is something else going on? Is it related to urgency or feeling of needing a wee? Is it related to prolapse or some laxity along the front wall where the bladder sits? Are you constipated, or are you not emptying your bowels properly? Are things getting impacted, which we know there's a huge link between bladder and bowel, and that may be contributing? Are you breastfeeding? Are you peri or postmenopausal? Would some hormonal support be helpful, such as estrogen? And number 7, actually, do you have a really strong functioning pelvic floor, but you need something else to support your urethra, that tube that comes from the base of the bladder to the external part of our bodies, and actually it's just moving a bit too much for whatever reason, and despite having a very well functioning strong pelvic floor, you just need some more support, which a pessary or intravaginal device, there's lots around, could be helpful. And finally, after all of these things, do you need to see a surgeon? Do you need to see a urogynecologist, and that we can support you with a referral for to go and get a surgical opinion? There's lots of help available, and it's not just about doing pelvic floor exercises, but we are here to help.